Hi there, how we doing? We doing good? That's great. So, today I want to do a bit of an interesting Smash video here on the channel. I wanted to do something a bit different. Today I'm going to be giving you all my top 6 favorite characters to play in this game. Now, this isn't based on who I think is a top tier character and such, but this is more or less based on who I enjoy playing as. So, I was going to do top 5, but there was a character in here I didn't want to leave out, so we're going to add an extra little space for them. But, so, in the number 6 spot, we have... So, Ike is a character that I mainly started getting into because I've heard he was a good character. And after doing a bit of, I guess, experimenting with moves he's got moves such as his Nair. He's got an amazing up air, might I add. And it's usually very satisfying when you land it. It's harder to land at a higher percent, or it's harder to land at a lower percentage, but as you can see, you can do some like short hopping stuff, so you can be like, whoop, 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 and you can just go like, woo, and then maybe just do a little, ooh. Now, if we're gonna try to better experiment into this, what I also want to try and do is show this off in Final Destination. In fact, I'm probably going to show off all of these in the Final Destination form because, you know, I think for characters like Ike and maybe even some other characters that are going to be on this list, it's good to know what they can do off stage. So, for instance, we could pull out stuff off stage, and one big thing that Ike has that a lot of people probably know at this point, it's did not land that. He could be like... Keep in mind, I'm a kind of amateur with Mike. I said Mike! We're gonna, ooh! And I'm still alive. See, this is Ike. Yeah, this is the kind of magic that Ike can do. But obviously, what you can do is you can sort of, I guess, you can follow up a lot of different combo things into it. So you could be like, if you would have gone through with all the hits, Ike, that would have been great. Well, something like that. Keep in mind, like I said, these aren't even based off of characters that I'm maybe even extremely good with. They're just characters that I have a lot of fun with. Overall, cool Nair. Up air, that's freaking ridiculous, because, you know, it's like, ooh. And if I could get it, that'd be great. He has a Nair. That'd be like, boom. But he also have a good, ooh. So yeah, I think one thing that I think Ike just really shines in overall, though, if we're gonna sum this all up, is just his short hop, the stuff he can do with short hop, because, you know, he's got like his forward air and a short hop. You know, he's like ooh, ooh, and if you're lucky enough, you can probably land that, and you could probably lead it into edge guarding. But that's just a bit of Ike, and overall, loved character. I've also tried doing a bit of stuff with him online, and he's pretty cool. The next character that we're going to be getting to at the number 5 spot, starting our top 5, is the one, the only anime boy. So when I was initially making my stuff for this list, I basically couldn't not put Cloud on this list, because for those who don't know, Cloud was my big main in Smash 4. In fact, he was my biggest main, and there's a lot of stuff that I didn't know you could do in Smash 4. That you can do in this game. For instance, one thing that I really like to do with Cloud in Smash 4 was up air juggle, and thankfully that is still a very nice thing you can do. Didn't know I lost my jumps there, but it's okay. Along with that, he's also got some short hop stuff, which is something that I didn't take good advantage of. What was it, in Smash 4? Now, obviously, for the character I'm fighting right now, it's a lot harder, which is probably why in a minute I'm going to switch it over to K-Rool for this, because for those who don't know, you know, K-Rool, he's kind of big, man. So we're going to try and see if we can, that's not how I meant to kill him with forward air, but, for those who don't know, I mean, Cloud's forward air spikes. Along with that, one move that he also has that's very good is, just his neutral air in a short hop, because with most characters, it's able to land, pretty easily. Now, with characters like Mr. Game & Watch, you'll notice it's a bit harder. Can we try doing like... Oh, shoot. Oh, shoot! Okay. And thankfully, Cloud's got very good zoning game. I've noticed a lot of people in this game, they like to use neutral B as a form of zoning. Like, people will be over here and they'll be like running towards you, and Cloud will just be like, no. And it's also used as a form of edge guarding. I don't know if I'm going to be able to completely... Yeah. There's some characters that are able to avoid it better than others. So let's try like zapping him. He died from that? But we're gonna try putting him in around 30 damage and just seeing how he recovers to this. So you'll notice, of course, results may, you know, they may vary depending on the character you fight. Because you'll notice Game & Watch, he has that more overhead type of recovery, so it's a lot easier for him to avoid that type of thing. But if you're a character, depending on the character, that move can be ridiculously hard to avoid with Cloud. So overall, I know because of there was a couple nerfs that Cloud got in this game, but he's still very, very good, and I am still happy to say that I'm maining this guy. And yeah, it's good to see him back. And now, on to the number 4 spot. We're moving our way into a lot bigger territory of characters that I like to play as. And this next one is one that I haven't actually... I don't think I've played a single time in the entirety I've been playing Smash Ultimate for you guys. But, so Jigglypuff was a character that I had been hearing a lot about in this game compared to Smash 4. And that's because she had supposedly been getting a lot of buffs in this game. She is... She's gotten, I believe, an upgrade to the range on her Sing move, which is her up B if you didn't know. And one thing that when I tried out Jigglypuff, I realized something about her, and that's her aerial mobility. She moves very quickly in the air, like she's able to cover a far distance, as you can see. And because she has multiple jumps, you can just do some interesting stuff with her. If the character is big enough, it's probably a lot better, but you'll notice... That wasn't a very good example, but you can probably see what I was trying to do there. I was basically doing heavy edge guarding, which, if you know how to use Jigglypuff combos well, that can really stick out. But yeah, you can simply, when they're edge guard, or when they're trying to recover from the edge, you can just kind of, yeah, you get the idea. You get the idea. Basically, you can edge guard them pretty hard, and dang, dude, this guy is going low. What the frick? As I said before, this is a bit harder to show simply because of the fact that it's like it's a CPU that's not exactly going to play exactly like a human, and they're not gonna go, they're not gonna try and recover the same way as a human. But as you can probably tell, the main point I'm trying to make here is that Jigglypuff's got some insane edge guarding. Along with that, it also feels a lot easier to land rest. And I think overall, just what I like the most about Jigglypuff is how easy how clean it feels to land combos in this game with her. You know, it feels a lot better. It feels a lot smoother. And along with that, you can just also be in the air and just kind of go, yeah, oh, that's rough, dude. Some of the more fun stuff that I like to do with Jigglypuff is just doing a couple combo moves. Usually up air is a good combo starter that I like to do. And you can kind of just go like, ooh, oh, you're recovering from the stage, huh? Ooh, not on my watch. So the next character that I'm going to be putting on this list at a whopping, what is it? Number 3. That's what we're on, number 3. So yeah, King K. Rool, for those who don't know, I've done a bit of King K. Rool in this, and I've expressed my love for K. Rool a bit, specifically because I love this character because of how much he stands out for a heavyweight. For instance, one thing you normally don't see out of heavyweights is projectiles, but K. Rool's got that. For instance, he's got his cannon, he's got the suck after it, aka just like that. You can kind of shoot it in you can shoot it in a couple different directions. He's also got a pretty good up air. One thing that I know K. Rool for the best, though, however, is... Okay, well, Donkey Kong, you just ruined it. One thing I know him for specifically, though, is this good old move. That Donkey Kong would screw up. This move, right? And I missed it again. Whoa. Oh! Now, I don't know if you're exactly getting at what I'm trying to do here. Again, it's kind of hard to show off-stage stuff, but basically his back air. Now, you can't notice it too much from the lower percentages, but if we just ruffle him up a little bit, and then back air. On the occasion, you'll notice this Donkey Kong's just, it's not cooperating, but yeah, so K. Rool has a back air that spikes. Honestly, I think that's something pretty cool, and I think one thing that's also good, if we're gonna get back into short hopping a little bit, his short hop nair is pretty good as well. It's good for if people are very close to you and they're ready to ruffle you up in very close melee, you can just be like, bop. That was forward air. Nair. There we go. We fixed it. It's fine. Along with this, if we can also get the timing correct, this is one thing that people can also do. Bop. K-Rool's got an interesting type of down smash. That's what I'm trying to get out of here. Basically, his down smash is this. Now, that's not... On the surface, that may just seem like a normal down smash. Granted, a very powerful down smash, but it's a good down smash because people can run under it when they're running towards you to do an attack, and you can just go whoop. And as you can also tell there, it's got a nice little sour spot that does a very tiny percentage, but it just kind of works. So overall, I think K-Rool is he's a very busted character for being a heavyweight. I personally like him a lot, and he's got some interesting ways of killing too. For instance, here, I want to try and get it. Most of the time people can DI out of that, so it's not it's not guaranteed to work, but you know, it can work sometimes, and it's like a huge disrespect way of killing, but you know, we take those. Now coming in at the number 2 spot, we have... So Marth is where we start to get into short hops being a thing that I use regularly. I recently started using short hops quite a bit, learning how to do it, and there's a lot that I've learned, and that's that a lot of the Fire Emblem characters benefit from short hopping, and Marth specifically, Marth is one of those characters. Both of Marth's types of, short hop moves, they're very good, as you can tell. Like, it's very ridiculous how much comboing Marth can do with it. Like, okay, can we just talk about that? Like, that's ridiculous. He's also got Nair, which is also a very good option as well. I don't think it's personally as efficient as forward air, because obviously forward air, you're keeping that constant momentum, and you're at least keeping somewhat track of where they're going. And if a character doesn't have a good enough recovery, like, I don't know, say Incineroar or Little Mac or something like that, it's very hard for them to get out of that if you do an edge-guarded, just short hop forward air combo. You know, it's very ridiculous what you can do with it, like stuff like that. And I would personally say that Lucina would probably fit right in this number 2 spot as well, because obviously Marth has his tipper, and sometimes I can make that hit and do a bit more knockback than I would originally intend. But you can also just do random stuff with it, you know? There's a lot of off-stage comboing that you can do with Marth with this, and it's very ridiculous how much you can do with it. It's also, from what I can tell, very hard to DI out of a forward air short hop combo from what I've seen. And along with that, Marth's just also one thing that has been buffed with any of the characters, any of the Fire Emblem characters that have a Marth side B, is that side B has been significantly buffed in this game, and that was something that was much needed, because I swear, dude, in Smash 4, it was like, it was like that. But in this game, you can just go like, like, that's extremely quick. Oh, holy frick, dude. So here we are. We are now at the number 1 spot. Who is gonna fit this number 1 spot? Who impresses me the most, and who feels the most fun to play as in this game? And well, I'm here to tell you, it's not much different from the last character I just showed. So Chrom. Now, Chrom's been a very big fan favorite in Smash so far. He's been considered a top tier, and one thing that you'll probably realize right ahead is that most of Chrom's moves are the same as Marth's. There's just a slight difference of there being there's not really like a sour spot on his move. So there's obviously that difference, but along with that, he also has the slight advantage of having an Ike up B, and I believe it really does feel like he has faster aerials. So along with that, we can just try going like something like this. That killed. That was basically a 0 to death. You know, you could just kind of go like, ooh. I mean, come on! You cheese. He was at 38. And along with that, Chrom's got a very good up air. Like, look how quickly you can just kind of like go up and down with your up air. Like, it just feels so busted. I mean, it's still killed, though. It's still killed because, you know, he couldn't come back from the stage. But, so yeah, like I said before, this isn't much of a step up from Marth, but you also have to realize that Chrom's also got that potential of, you know, he's a slightly more advanced Marth. He's got the Ike up B, which in some scenarios can give him the disadvantage if he's edge guarded. However, he's, you know, he's just, that up B, man, it's a very cheesy way of killing, but it can kill. I was gonna try and do the same thing I did with Marth. Ooh. Now, one thing I should also mention about Chrom that I think does give him a huge advantage in my book is that despite the fact that I play him as a for fun type character rather than a maining type character, which I do want to main this character, just so you know, and it is the same way with most of the characters on this list, actually. Every character that I have mentioned on this list is someone that I want to main. Ike is someone I want to main. I'm still trying to get into it a bit, though. There's some technical difficulties with that. There's just some stuff I'm trying to get used to. Cloud, I'm obviously already maining. Jigglypuff, there's some slight tweaks that I want to work out with being able to do her combos fluently. K-Rool is already my #1 main in this game, so I can safely say, you know, he's already there. And obviously, Marth and Chrom, they're both very similar, and I feel like if I can fully learn their combo potential and be able to trick people with it and not let them DI out of it as easy, these two are definitely going to be huge mains in my book. I don't think they're going to get above K-Rool, just because a lot with K-Rool, he's got the projectile advantages, and obviously Chrom and Marth don't have that. However, I really do like playing as Marth and Chrom, and I love doing combos with them. It just feels so satisfying. And overall, I just love these characters to death because, you know, you can just kind of, I really messed that up, didn't I? So yeah, overall, that was my top 6 most favorite characters to play here in Smash Ultimate. As I said at the beginning of the video, this isn't who I think is more top tier than a certain character. This is simply characters that I have more fun playing with. And you'll notice that even the characters that I feel like I'm the best with doesn't mean I have the most fun playing them. As I said before, my #1 main is actually K-Rool, and you'll notice he showed up at #3 on this list. But obviously, I really want to start maining Marth and Chrom, and you know, I just feel like there's so much potential. I feel like there's a lot of potential for me to main these people because, you know, their combos are ridiculous, and it's so much fun to play them. So yeah, if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and share the video, and I will see you recruits in the next video. Peace.